without scheduled fight and always keep in shape and doing basketball almost every day, 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Manny, how does it feel to be back with Freddie?
Freely as I've gone, Team Pacquiao, just for the one fight. And nice to be back here in America. Work with Freddie and White Fight.
Do you feel, are you feeding off the joy and happiness? I mean, everyone seems to be happy that you're back here fighting. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I can see that. I can feel that from the fans, from the team. I'm so thankful for especially the media. Getting able to see you guys again, and I feel so blessed and happy because of the excitement, the warm welcome of British media, the fans here in the United States.
So many fights over the past, 8 or so years where you scored like lots of big knockouts, right? Like Chris Algieri, Jesse Vargas, Tim Bradley a couple of times. How good did it feel to finally finish somebody in Matisse?
It feels good, and I remember my young age, when we started here. Since I remember Ricky Hatton fight, I remember Miguel Cotto fight.
Yeah, those are like you at your peak, would you say? Yeah. Did it remind you of what it's like and what you need to do maybe to get that extra oomph to finish?
Oh yeah, the Matisse fight is a big challenge for me because after the Horn fight, a lot of people saying that Manny Pacquiao is over, his career is done. Especially I lost with controversial loss with Big Horn. When Manny Pacquiao is done, it's over. But I don't discourage, and I get that discouragement from people that get motivation and limited motivation, work hard, and then what happened
How did it make you feel when you heard people saying, "Oh, Manny is done"? You're a guy that was one of the greatest athletes of all time, put on top for so long.
It's it's challenging me if I can compete with the it's a testing.
As great as you were back in the day against De La Hoya, against Hatton, against Cotto, you've had almost 10 more years of experience since then to really sharpen your mind. How can you use that improved boxing mind to make yourself a better fighter on Saturday night? How do you do that now?
Not only I'm training my physical body, but also training in my mind. Especially I'm a senator, and it's always plays in my mind. Also, I'm playing chess. I'm playing different kind of sports that mind work, something like that.
So you can outsmart this guy.
And I'm always reading the Bible, reading books, like English words.
You've been watching a lot of NBA?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player right now?
There's Stephen Curry and James Harden.
Harden's killing it, yeah?
No one can stop. Harden, no one can stop.
Just like you, right?
Manny, you've had a big break from the Senate right now, right? Have you been off this entire training camp, basically away from the Senate?
Yeah.
When is your next window where you will have a break from the Senate that you'll be free on the calendar?
Actually, the Senate is started this week.
Okay.
But I'm going to be
Line up on that side.
absent for a couple days. But it's tackling about the budget. It's budget.
With your training, how have you changed through the years? Have you altered anything differently in your training for a big fight?
The routine is the same. Hard work is the same, but what we change is we give time my body to recover. Because not at this age, when you push yourself in a day training and work hard and hard work, it's hard to recover at overnight. So sometimes you cannot recover at overnight, so you need to have your body rest. So that's what I did.
Manny, you've probably been asked very focused about the fact that you're back fighting in America for the first time in a couple of years. I know you've got a lot of big fights for you. How are you feeling about being back?
Oh, nice to be back here. It just happened that I have fight another country because they want me to see me there fighting, especially in Malaysia, Australia. Now I'm back to United States.
Now, what about, there was a lot of conversation that one of the reasons, not the only reason, but one of the many reasons was you were having some issues with taxes and you had to get that taken care of.
Oh no, I'm not avoiding of that problem, but I'm not. We're fixing on that. We're fixing on that.
Do you feel like this is home though, even though you're from Philippines, that this is really where you had your biggest fights?
Oh yeah. America is my second home. In fact, my second daughter born here in the United States. So my second daughter.
What's her name?
Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth. She's born here. She's blue passport.
What memories do you have of the MGM? Because you had so many huge fights.
Oh, my memory here is this is MGM is my first time in America. 2001, June 23, 2001.
What about besides that one? You had some other big fights.
Oh yeah. Morales Fire. Ricky Adams.
Well, this is your 28th fight in the States. 28.
Yeah, 28 fights. 28 fights.
What?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lance.
That's great. You got it. Perfect.
Thanks, Manny, sir.
Everybody good?
Everybody good?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Brad.
Follow Manny real quick.
I saw her over there. There she is right there.
Manny Pacquiao.
May and July, right?
Actually, he'll get around. Last week of May, but only 2 weeks work. After 2 weeks, first week of June, break until last week of July.
It's better. If I say it's better for you to fight in May, that's true.
I think May or July.
May or July, but July shorter training.
No, I can train. I can start my training.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right. We'll see you.
All right, man. I'm going to do some
Take care of
TV
business.
over here.
How's it going?
Oh my God! It's celebrity day. Richard, how are you?
Good.
Okay.
How are you?
Thank you.
Hi. Great to see you. How are you? It's been a while. Yeah.
Okay. Manny, we got TV over here.
I was telling everybody this is the year of the Pac-Man.
Keep walking. Talk and walk.
Okay, who's up? See you, man.
All right. You guys ready? We're going to put you right here in front.
All right. Keep those chairs there. Broner, like
All right. Here we go.
All right, everybody
Go
good?
for it.
Everybody good? All right, fight week is here. What did you think of the reception yesterday? Just finally coming to Las Vegas again.
I'm so surprised of the reception yesterday, the grand arrival and the warm welcome of MGM and the fans, the media, press. Thank you so much.
As far as I'm assuming that this never gets old, but you hadn't been here in a couple of years. I mean, for you to actually be back in Las Vegas and kind of going through the Las Vegas lights again, is that something that you enjoy?
No, we just did it. Enjoying it and happy to be back here in Vegas.
Manny, what is it about Las Vegas that you like coming here with your fights and putting on a good show and stuff? What is it that you like?
Vegas is like our home because as a fighter, the fight is always here in Vegas. So we love Vegas.
You have approximately 15 fights in MGM, right?
Yeah, a lot of fights here in MGM. My first fight here in America is at the MGM. That was 2001, June 23, 2001. Undercard, I'm undercard against Oscar de la Hoya. I just nothing with.
Is there some?
Spread's starting to right there.
Things, but you're actually
Pure.
stronger now than a couple years ago.
Just unfortunate.
Age hasn't caught up with you, huh? You're still feeling good.
Just unfortunate we just got him out of the old champ today. We're still living his dream. Viva.
Pacquiao Broner.
MP Promotions, January 19th, pay-per-view, Showtime Mayweather. I want to thank Al Heyman for making all this possible with the partnership with Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, basketball is it's help a lot to keep you in fit and footwork, running stamina.
When you have two counter punchers in this fight, as you anticipate, what do you kind of see? What kind of fight do you kind of see?
Oh, I have an idea. We have a plan for that, and we are ready for that kind of strategy. And we don't underestimate my opponent, and we're not taking him lightly.
What do you think for the style for Broner? It's complicated, his style.
Yeah, his style is he can move fast. He's a former champion, and like I said, I don't take him lightly. Seriously, I'm focused for this training.
It's kind of an offbeat question, but you said you like to play basketball. Being there in LA and everything else with LeBron, have you been watching the Lakers and whatnot and what they've been doing?
Oh, Lakers and LeBron is got injured, but I am Warriors fan and Boston and Warriors.
Boston,
yeah.
How Boston?
Okay, so before since we start, I have a lot of friends in Boston players.
And you kind of
The time of Kevin Garnett.
Okay.
Yeah. Paul Pierce, Rondo.
Old school.
Yeah,
I've actually played on that floor before, basketball.
Oh yeah.
In Boston Garden.
Huh?
Yeah.
Manny, it's possible the knockout. The people missing your knockouts and wanna see other knockout.
Yeah, I miss too also the fight knockout, and I'm happy because of my last fight, the result of my last fight against Matisse. It feel like I remember my young days. Young days.
I wonder about this. How's it been for you working with Mayweather Promotions? I mean, you guys had the rivalry for such a long time, and now you're kind of working on the same side of the street, so to speak, with Floyd, Mayweather Promotions and whatnot. How's that been for you?
It's good. I mean, this is business, entertainment. As a boxer, we're doing our job, and promoter things is different job. So our job is to work hard and do our job in the ring and entertain people.
Man, you've fought so many different styles of fighters and different fighters. Does Broner remind you of any other fighter that you fought in the past?
I know what is in your mind. I know what in your mind. Well, it's kind of he has a similar style with my past opponent. I mean, it just but it's not my intention to pick him because of his style. It's just a coincidence that his style is similar than those opponent that I had before.
Okay, guys, last question for this group.
Speaking of that opponent you had before.
Is possible in the next fight or in another time rematch versus Mayweather?
I know you're about to ask that question. Okay, it's hard to answer that and then talk about the next fight or rematch with Floyd or rematch with anybody or fight anybody. My focus now is on Saturday against Broner. Like I said, Broner is a caliber boxer, and he's tough. He's fast. Or he's former champion. So I have to work first this job on Saturday, and then after that, let's put in hanging that question, and then we'll answer that after the fight on Saturday.
So after your focus would be on trying to get that fight together then, after this one?
We'll see. We'll see. It's easy to talk about the next fight after this Saturday night fight.
You know,
Thanks, guys.
You know,
We
Floyd's
gotta
a
move
basketball
the next
player.
group
Who's
in.
better, you or him?
Michael Jordan.
No, between you and Floyd. You know, he's a basketball player as well.
Basketball player. Yeah, I can play. I can play basketball. I play in professional in the Philippines.
You think you're better than Floyd in basketball player?
I think so.
All right,
Thank
if
you.
guys
I'm gonna set up the one-on-one.
Yeah.
I see you.
Thank you, Manny.
Go to
This
the
way.
right. Got another group coming in. Thank you. Good seeing you. How are you? Okay.
Why don't it? Why don't it?
I have no name.
We're out of space.
I can do it without touching them, but it's
Make room for everybody.
play
Okay.
nice.
I'll see you. I'm gonna watch for 5-10 minutes.
Manny, welcome back. Oh, hello. How's it going, man? Welcome back to Las Vegas.
What's happening now?
You had an amazing reception yesterday. Were you surprised by how your star power has stayed out through over the years?
Oh, I'm so thankful to God for giving me the strength and the good health that I have right now at the age of 40. It's a big blessing from God.
Were you surprised by the reaction you got yesterday?
Oh yeah, I'm very surprised because of the warm welcome of the fans and of course the media, press, MGM. Nice to be back here at the MGM.
Now you're 40, but you don't train like you're 40. You train like you're a 20-year-old. What's been the secret? How have you been able to keep that fitness in that level?
The way I train is I'm thinking that I don't move like 40 years old. I don't work like 40 years old. I work like 25 years old, 26 years old. That's what I'm thinking, and I'm glad and happy because my body is responding on that kind of intensity training.
Picking up on that, Manny, you know, I was with you when you were just a young buck, a young champion, and you trained as hard as anybody I've seen in the sport, covering it for over 40 years. But what are the things differently that you have to do in training at age 40? What do you make changes in your routine?
Okay, this is the intensity, the routine is the same. The speed, the power, and head movement is the same. We work hard, but there's a little bit adjustment for recovery of the body. When we push myself to hard training in a day, let's say if I will say my body if in overnight I can recover. So if not, I have to rest or I can recover and then continue.
Bernard Hopkins would always explain to me the things that he did better as an aging fighter and using his craft and his in-ring guile. What do you do better now at age 40 than you did at age 30?
Well, the intensity, the work ethics is still there. Hard work, discipline is still there. What I did differently is just the adjustment. I think that the little bit adjustment for recovery of the body.
Are you surprised you're still at this level and performing the way you're performing at this age?
Yes, like I said, I'm so blessed by God because of this favor that at the age of 40 I'm still here and I'm still fit and I'm still okay. I can still fight and God gave me good health.
I asked you early in your career, what are your goals? What do you want your legacy to be as a fighter and as a man? Have you accomplished everything in this sport and even more so? Are you satisfied already with your career?
Yes, beyond of my dream, what I have accomplished in boxing in my career. What I want right now is just to maintain my name in the top, and until I'm going to hang up my clubs finally and I'm retired and retire and after that, retire as a winner.
Based on that, Manny, what more goals do you have left in boxing? Is there something in specific that you feel is still left, or there's still a goal that you have in mind?
Okay, that's a good question.
Here we go. Give us the good stuff.
That's the evidence of being passionate of this sport. that's the real, that's the real evidence of being passionate with this sport. You know, if you use your brain, if you think that I'm okay. I'm the senator of the Republic of the Philippines. I have another work, and then I don't need, if you think I don't need to box, but because of boxing is my passion and public service is my mission, and then that's why I'm still here, continue fighting until I'm going to announce and hang up my gloves.
Saturday night, Adrien Broner, what are your keys to victory?
My keys to victory is speed, counterpunch, aggressive.
Manny, Adrian said he is very comfortable being the underdog. You feel comfortable being the favorite to win?
Yes, I'm very comfortable and happy and excited for Saturday.
Manny, is there a specific fight though that you still want to go through, or when you see the landscape of all the young welterweights, is there someone there that you look at and you be like, you know what, this gets me going, this gets my competitiveness going, I want that fight?
Well, what I'm thinking is it is my thinking. What I'm thinking right now is a lot of fighters want to fight me. They're looking for, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao. So I have to prepare myself and be ready at all times.
Is it hard to compete with the younger guys? You bring in young sparring partners, young training partners, always younger guys. Is it young to keep up with them?
Yeah, I'm happy because I have a sparring mate young and my training buddies are young. So I have to keep up and work like a 25 years old, 26 years old.
I host the International Boxing Hall of Fame in Canastota each year, and each year I get asked, when will Manny be in there? It takes 5 years after you retire. So what are we looking at in terms of your induction into the International Boxing Hall of Fame? How many years will it be?
A couple more years. I can still, based on my condition right now, my body condition, I can still fight 2 to 3 more years.
Best of luck on Saturday night. Great to see you again.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Manny, your former sparring partner, Amir Khan, is fighting an opponent that many wanted to see you fight, in Terence Crawford. What do you make of that Amir Khan versus Terence Crawford fight?
That's a good fight for Amir. I believe if Amir work hard and prepare for it, and I think he have a good chance.
Manny, sino sa tingin mo yung mas kailangan patunayan dito sa laban? Who has more to prove, you or Broner?
I think both of us has something to prove, especially the fans expecting a good fight. So that's our responsibility to give a good fight to the fans. To make the fans happy.
Personally, what does it mean to you, itong laban na ito?
Oh, it means a lot because, like I said, it's kind of pressure to me because of I have to prove that at the age of 40 I can still fight.
What's your prediction, Manny?
I don't have prediction, but I will do my best, and I'm doing, if give me a chance to do the knockout, to do the same with my my last fight, then why not?
I spoke to people in your camp, Manny, and they've said that your intensity is back from when they seen you in the Cotto fight. So where is this intensity coming from? What's in your mind?
The intensity is kind of challenging to me, when people are saying that Manny is gone, no more, he's old, like that. So that's giving me motivation and work.
Does that bother you when people say that?
No, I'm not bothered, but it gives me more inspiration to work hard. Okay, that's a good thing, huh? It is.
Manny, with the brief split you had with Freddie Roach, would you say your relationship is stronger now?
Oh, yes, still strong. Freddie Roach never just happened for the last fight. So experience of being and we're working together. We have unity. We have understanding each other. We're okay.
We know that you want to face the best, the top at 147. Rumor had it that you didn't want to face Terence Crawford. Is that the case, or was that just all rumor?
I'll tell you this. Since before, I'm wanting to fight Terence Crawford, but I don't know why they didn't give it to me.
Bob Aram said that you didn't want the fight.
No, I want to fight even before Jeff Horn. Why Jeff Horn and why not Terence Crawford?
Why do you think the fight didn't manifest then? Why do you think that if the fight wasn't made?
I don't know. I don't have idea. I'm a fighter. My job is to fight whatever, whoever opponent that you give me in front of me to schedule fight, I can fight. I'm not.
What's your thoughts about the rematch with Mayweather?
I'm not gonna talk about the next fight or rematch with Mayweather. That's easy to discuss after this Saturday fight. I mean, let's that question hang until the night, Saturday night.
But it has to be a motivation, right, Manny? Given how the first fight played out.
The motivation.
A motivation for you to stay around to be able to try to get that rematch, right?
Well, I'm still here in boxing, so if you want to come back, then come back, and then let's face each other in the ring.
And you face, I mean, you've accomplished, your wink is awesome. He keeps winking.
Yeah.
You've accomplished so
like
much.
my winking?
Yeah, I do. I like your wink. It's very charming. You've accomplished so much in the sport of boxing already. What is left for you? What is it exactly that you want to prove to yourself?
Okay, I already accomplished what I have accomplished what I want to accomplish in boxing, and be more than of my dreams. I just want to stay in the top, and until I'm going to retire, I want to stay a winner in boxing, and especially trying to bring one fight in the Philippines before I retire.
I've seen you, Manny, so happy, more open, talking more with all of us.
Where's Fred? Fred. Yes. Still waiting on Broner.
Sometimes I'm not afraid of seeing the person in scene when they become popular. They become popular because of this press and media. And also even I'm a good person, this fighter, this man, that's why I'm enjoying talking to you, because you're part of my journey. You're part of my success.
Last question, guys. We have to go to showtime.
Abner Maris tells me you are the best fighter in history. How do you feel about that? Number one ever.
Thank you for it's an honor. But there's a lot of also best fighter in the world. So not only me, kind of not only Manny Pacquiao, but there's a lot of other fighters that best fighter in the world.
Thank you, guys. Okay, we can bring them up this way. Bring the TVs that way. Okay. Just follow them. We're going to do the Showtime's live stream.
Hey, I'll talk to you after.
Ashley?
We're coming up. Freddie, brush your teeth.
Hindi, balik. I'm gonna get
I'll keep you later.
Right here, man.
Almost 2 years. Welcome back stateside, the 8th Division World Champion, the senator from the Philippines, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, as we are just days away from his showdown against Adrien the Problem Broner on Showtime pay-per-view here in Las Vegas. Manny, thanks so much for joining us back here in Las Vegas. This is familiar territory for you. How good does it feel to be back here in the fighting capital of the world?
I'm so happy and blessed, and nice to be back here in Las Vegas.
Now, Manny, the preparation obviously impeccable, but the fan reaction yesterday during the grand arrival, there were people that were lined up for hours. How much did that touch your heart as you saw the fans embrace you here in the United States once again?
Oh yeah, I feel so happy and it touched me because of the fans, of the overwhelming support of the fans yesterday the grand arrival. I'm so happy and I never expect that because I've been here since almost 2 years, more than 2 years. When I get back here at the game and then I saw the fans, I'm so happy and blessed and really thankful.
Manny, I have to ask you, you're a little bit unusual for a superstar fighter. You seem to thrive. You love being surrounded by so many people. The hubbub, all the excitement, yet you're so tranquil. You're so calm. When did that happen? Were you always like that, or did that happen? Did that happen as you got more and more good friends?
I always love since the beginning. I like that. I want
I just one other thing. I get a big kick out of your reaction to Adrien Broner. We all know his eyes. He has a big mouth. He likes to talk. And yet your reaction to that is, I think he's funny. That's what you said. So tell me, do you think Broner speaks the way he does to pump himself up? Because he's not going to pump you.
I've been in this sport more than 10 years. So, I think that's his style. Like I said, after his boxing career, he has another job to.
Any talking job, right?
Talking job, yes.
Now, Manny, you have fought every style imaginable. Go ahead.
Yeah, but this sport is not about talking. It's about action.
Manny, when does the switch flip for you? Because you're obviously very happy, you're smiling all the time. When does that switch happen? It happens for different guys during parts of fight week. Some guys come in and have their game face on Tuesday, Thursday, the weigh-in, but when does that switch flip for you as to where you know you're going into battle against someone who wants to take your crown?
Well, when I step up in the ring.
So as you're making your ring look. Then you turn into Pac-Man. Now let's discuss the style of Adrien Broner. Freddie Roach told us that, this is a little bit of a challenge in the sense that Broner expects you to come to him. You've obviously faced every style imaginable, but what are some things that you guys have been working on in preparation for expecting Adrien Broner to probably be a counterpuncher as he's done during the course of his career?
He's trying to be, he's what I believe he's watching Marcus fight. I think he's going to counter me, but we're ready on that. I'm ready on that. What happened in Marcus fight, still not happy. It's a mistake. I learned that mistake and we work on that and this training camp. And I will prepare for this style, but my focus is to be aggressive and wherever it goes, I can.
And looking at the big picture, when you look at the list of fighters you fought, countless great fighters, all-time greats, Hall of Fame fighters. In terms of pure talent, we always say that Broner has not necessarily shown what he can show. Do you view him as that talented a fighter, or do you think he's not what some people say?
Well, it's hard to rate his style. He's a former world champion. Fast, but you cannot understand it. I don't find it so. You cannot understand it that it's up on that coach. It's about easy fight. Never to hands up than to we know what it's better to hands up than
right. Figuratively and literally.
No doubt. Manny, we've heard reports that you've had some fantastic sparring. One of your main sparring partners, George Kambosos, out of Australia. Can you dive into detail in terms of the sparring that you've gotten in preparation for Adrien Broner? Kambosos is going to be on the non-televised undercard on Saturday here in Las Vegas. But Kambosos is an Australian fighter who has a heavy punch. But can you tell us about the work that you've gotten in sparring?
Yeah, Kambosos and the other sparring partners, they're counterpunchers. So they're really, it's not bad. young, 6 years old, so I have to move young, like young.
Keeps you young.
Yes, keep me young. And then we have a lot to this drink. Like I said, we apply a couple strategy for this
Now you're at 40 years of age. Freddie Roach told us last week during your workout that he doesn't ever think in the history of prize fighting that there has been someone who is the president of a country and also a prize fighter. Could that be in your future?
Right now,
Put you under the gun.
Yeah, I know. Right now, I'm so focused on my fight as a boxing career. As a public servant, as a senator, that's my focus. But I'm thinking to run as another higher level of position.
Can I make a suggestion? I know that the law in America, you have to be born in America. Can you run for president tomorrow? Just a suggestion, man. No pressure. No pressure.
Now, Manny, we have heard that, you know, if you're successful on Saturday against Adrien Broner on Showtime pay-per-view, Manny Pacquiao puts his world title on the line against Adrien Broner this upcoming Saturday here in Las Vegas. But what timetable would you like to come back in this year? Would you like to fight in the early summertime, late summertime? What is a good time for Manny Pacquiao to return to the ring, assuming all goes well on Saturday?
Okay, this is my schedule. I have work this month. After my fight, I will back to the Philippines and work. February, second week of February, we can break until last week of February. Then last week of May, resume for 2 weeks. First week of June, we have break until last week of July.
So maybe late springtime, early summertime?
So I can have a fight by May or by July.
You know, I hear Cinco de Mayo weekend is a pretty popular weekend here in Las Vegas, man.
Really? Cinco de Mayo.
Thank
How
you.
about July 15th?
Sounds good too. Let's make it happen. Well, Manny, thank you so much for your time. We greatly appreciate it. Finally, a prediction for Saturday night. You are a 3-1 favorite. What is your, in terms of a perfect world for Manny Pacquiao, how does this fight end against Adrien Broner on Showtime pay-per-view?
This is going to be a good fight. This is going to be, I will do my best. This is my challenge that being 40 years old, I can still give my best. And please, tune in for this fight. This is going to be a good fight. Memorable fight. Thank you so much for this
One last question. You never overlook anyone, that's why you've been so successful. Will your statement be made to try to impress future?
Yes. But we will answer that question after the Saturday match. We will answer the question. Just like this fight, they ask me about why you're doing it, why you choose this style. I think that style is beautiful with somebody else. And I told them it is a coincidence.
Final few moments.
Spoken like a true politician.
Well, you can tell he has some work, and he's done a couple of speeches along the way. Privileged to be joined alongside by the individual world champion Manny Pacquiao for a few more moments. Manny being very gracious with his time here as we lead up to his world championship defense this Saturday on Showtime pay-per-view. Manny, is it fair to say we see a twinkle in your eye? That you're very happy. We've seen it before, but this is a very happy Manny Pacquiao back here in the United States. Is it fair to say that you love boxing now more than ever?
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. That this is the real passion. You know, because I don't need to continue. I am a senator of the Republic of the Philippines and I'm supposed to focus on that job, but I'm still focused on that job, but you know, like I said, want to put my name in the top until I'm a winner.
Let's talk about your lead trainer, Boy Fernandez. How happy are you with Boy, who has been in your corner for pretty much from the very beginning? Now he's the lead trainer. He's the one in the corner with you as your main chief second. But how impressed are you by the work that you have done with Boy Fernandez? Freddie Roach is back in your corner, but tell us about that development from Boy.
Boy, he learned a lot from Freddie Roach. Okay, when we start working with Freddie, he learned a lot from Freddie Roach. We want to mold Boy as a trainer. Freddie and I were discussing. We thought Boy, we teach him.
Legendary fighter. I would think at this point in your career, Manny, after 24 years of fighting, there's not many adjustments you make anyway. Right? At this point, you are what you are.
Yes. We adjust a little bit just for training the way we recover.
And being back at the wild card, it has to feel like, once again, this is somewhere that you built a large part of your legacy. It must have felt great being back at the wild card, being in your own environment, seeing a lot of familiar faces, and being immersed yourself in that gym. It had to feel real good, and I'm sure you feel great to be back at home, correct?
Oh, yeah.
When boxing fans tell you, Manny, how long are you going to keep going? Do you have, a time period as to how long you want to keep fighting? Because Freddie Roach said until you slow down, I think Manny can keep fighting for a while. And I mean, who knows, 40 is the new 30.
Because they saw me how I train hard, I work hard, and then I think if you ask me about my condition, this is a favor from God. I'm so thankful to God because He give me the strength. And what I feel right now, I can still fight. I don't feel like I'm 30. I feel like the way I work hard.
Tell me your secret, please.
Yes, that's right. Just keep even though aside boxing, if I have a fight, I don't have a fight, but I still work on basketball or badminton.
So you stay in shape. Well, Manny, thank you so much for your time. Greatly appreciate it. Good luck on Saturday night against Adrien Broner, the 8th Division World Champion, the senator from the Philippines, Sarangani Province in the Philippines. Manny Pacquiao joining us. Thank you so much for your time, Manny. Good luck. Manny Pacquiao is back here in the United States, fighting in Las Vegas against Adrien Broner. It all goes down this Saturday on Showtime. Pay-per-view. Extra happy.
So you want us to hold here for a minute?
We're gonna get done.
We're going to hold you here for a second,
Okay, guys, that's my interview before a press conference. I let my assistant to hold my phone while I'm interviewing, and while going to the press conference, I will let my assistant to hold my phone, just able to accommodate you and watch live our press conference today. So I'll give back to my assistant the phone.
What's his name?
His name is David.
Oh, he's a good man.
He's a good man. Look at that. That's David. That's David. That's David. Okay. David. Okay.
I guess it's ready down. Ready? Yeah. Okay. Follow Matt.
I'm going to front.
Hey, we're bringing Manny through now.
Alright, so just
No, just
he's going back.
No. It's over now.
Okay, so who's Kelly Microsoft?
No problem.
Appreciate that.
Come on, he's here. He's behind the curtain. He's been here for an hour. Thanks, Adrien. Thank you so much. You guys over on that side.
Kelly,
Broner team over here. I don't know. Broner team on the far side, on his side.
Come on.
Hey, you guys can come sit down now. Annie, come on. Take your seat.
You're in the wrong group. I'm right here.
They want you to move the truck.
You have a charger.
I'm back.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you for your attendance, and we welcome you to the David Copperfield Theater here at the beautiful MGM Grand in Las Vegas. This is for the final press conference for Pacquiao versus Broner and our big night of action taking place this coming Saturday, January the 19th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. The fighters have finished their training. We're almost there. We're just 3 days away from Pacquiao versus Broner. A big night of action. A Showtime pay-per-view portion includes 4 world title bouts, headlined by Senator Manny Pacquiao, boxing's only 8-division world champion and wildly popular defending world champion, defending his crown against the former 4-division world champion and must-see attraction, Adrien "The Problem" Broner. More on available tickets and more on pay-per-view information a little bit later, but we bring to your attention this is a Premier Boxing Champions presentation brought to you by MP Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and TGB Promotions in association with About Billions Promotions. And our sponsors are Wow Pilipinas Party List, Tecate, Hublot, and Limitless Fitness. Before we present our principals, as you see up here, we would like to hear from the executive team. It takes a team to make an event this large happen and be a success. And we begin with the CEO of Mayweather Promotions and a regular fixture of mega fights. Please welcome the always sharp and always dapper Leonard Ellerbe.
Thank you, Jeremy. I would like to thank everyone for coming out today. I would like to thank Showtime, MGM, our co-promoters, MP Promotions, TGB Promotions, About Billion Promotions, and my entire staff at Mayweather Promotions. You know, about 3.5 years ago, I sat on this same side, opposite from this great legend to my right. So I know what Manny Pacquiao can do. I've studied this man religiously for many years, and today he's still one of the best welterweights in the world. He still has tremendous explosiveness, speed, and power, and more importantly, he has the experience to beat any welterweight in the world. He's been doing this at the highest level for so many years that we often forget how really great this man is. Being around him from this promotion, what I've noticed there's been a slight change. And in that change, he has a lot more pep in his step. He's a lot more funnier. Whoever thought that Manny Pacquiao would be cracking jokes and, you know, making fun of others, you know, in a complimentary, respectful way. But what I think it's all about is that he's in a very comfortable position because finally he's become his own boss, where he can dictate the terms and he can have a lot of fun at what he's doing. I think he's super motivated, and I think that's what's going to make for a great fight come Saturday night. You hear all this talk from his legendary Hall of Famer trainer that he's looking to knock Adrien Broner out. Well, I think we got news coming Saturday night. I have a whole different perspective on what I perceive on how it's going to go down. On the flip side, coming into this fight, we all know that there have been rumblings about the AB's preparation. He needs to let his hands go. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. But what I've witnessed firsthand for this entire promotion, that this young man, he's dedicated himself 100%. He's done everything that Coach Cunningham and Coach Stafford has asked of him, and he's exceeded all those expectations. He's ready and focused, and he's put in the work. And that's more importantly, he's given himself the best situation to be successful come Saturday night. And I fully expect nothing but a great virtuoso performance from Adrien Broner come Saturday night. He didn't cut one corner during this entire training camp because his focus was he wanted to go out there and prove to each and every one of you that all that shit that y'all been talking, you can throw it out the window. Adrien Broner is coming this Saturday night to show everyone in the entire world what he's all about, and I expect nothing less from a great, dominating performance from Adrien Broner. Tune in Showtime pay-per-view Saturday night.
Yeah. Thank you, Leonard. Under his leadership, Showtime has more than proved its moniker as being the #1 destination for boxing. 2018 was a terrific year for Showtime, and 2019 is starting off in a very big way with this pay-per-view event. Please welcome the President of Sports and Event Programming for Showtime Network, Steven Espinosa.
Thank you, Jimmy. I'm not going to get up here and tell you guys anything that you don't know about Manny Pacquiao or Adrien Broner. These are two guys who have operated at the highest level of boxing for years. In Manny's case, literally decades. So you're not going to hear anything new here, but I will remind you of some things. You know, Manny Pacquiao is a Hall of Famer, no question about it. Fighter of the Year, 2006, 2008, 2009. He's a boxing legend. He's a senator. He's generous and humble and soft-spoken outside the ring. But most of all, he takes tough fights. The last 20 opponents that Manny Pacquiao's had have been either current, former, or future world champions. Out of all his fights, he's fought 22 world champions in all, so we know he takes tough fights. Adrien Broner is certainly no slouch either. 37 career fights, 9 world champions. Malignaggi, Maidana, Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia. He's obviously demonstrated himself to be an elite fighter. He's flashy, flamboyant, sometimes outrageous, but always he's unapologetically AB. But on Saturday night, everything changes. Manny's no longer humble and soft-spoken. Adrien is no longer fun-loving and outgoing. They transformed themselves into two of the most athletically gifted, two of the most talented, two of the most ferocious, two of the truest warriors in our sport. Above all, these two guys have heart. And it's the one thing that is rarest in this sport. Between them, they have won titles in 12 different divisions. Manny's in 8 division, world champion. Adrien Broner has won in 4. That's the 3rd most division titles of all time. The first, of course, was Manny Pacquiao De La Hoya fight. There were 14 divisions between the two of them. Second was Mayweather Pacquiao, and this is 3rd. So we know this is an elite fight, and they're an elite company. But again, on Saturday night, none of that matters. This isn't a contest of who's got the best resume. It's not the contest of who has the best career or who's the best senator. This is a high-level contest with high stakes between 2 of the most talented, athletically gifted, and accomplished fighters in the sport today. A win in this fight catapults each of them to bigger things. Doesn't get any bigger than that. We'll see you Saturday night.
Thank you, Stephen. Listen, I want to tell you there are 3 ways to watch this fight remotely. 3 ways. And the first fight on pay-per-view is 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 1, traditional pay-per-view, either on your cable, your satellite, or telco providers nationwide. Number 2, you can stream. You can purchase the live stream either directly on Showtime.com, or you can use the Showtime app for Apple, Android devices, and for the very first time on Roku, Xbox One, and Android TV. Just make sure your device can handle this live stream. Thirdly, you can go with your friends and join other boxing fans at theaters, at restaurants, and pubs as well. So many opportunities, many ways to watch this fight, this big mega fight. But of course, the best way is to be there live. There's nothing like being at a live event of this magnitude. And we are honored to be here at the MGM Grand for this mega fight. At this time, it is our pleasure to hear from our host, President of Las Vegas Live Entertainment and Sports of MGM Resorts International, Richard Sturm.
Thank you, Jimmy. And good afternoon to the media and all the fight fans watching today's event live from around the world. I'd like to welcome back Manny Pacquiao and Adrien Broner, 2 of the sport's best fighters, to Las Vegas and the MGM Grand. Fans are always excited to watch these 2 fighters compete in the ring, and we are confident Saturday's event will kick off another exciting year of sports and entertainment programming for MGM Resorts. I'd like to give a special thanks to Al Heyman, Leonard Ellaby, and the Mayweather Promotions team, Tom Brown and his TGB promotion staff, Pacquiao Promotions, Stephen Espinoza with Showtime, and Bob Bennett of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at the MGM Grand Saturday night for the sensational event. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. And in terms of the MGM Grand Garden Arena, tickets are still available. They start at $100. Now, they can be purchased online through access.com. They can be purchased by phone at calling at 1-866-740-7711 or in person at any MGM Resorts International box office. Now we move along to hear from the auspices of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, which is sanctioning all 4 of our title fights tomorrow night. Please welcome the valued and respected Executive Director of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Mr. Bob Bennett.
Thank you, and very good afternoon. It's great to have the Senator Pacquiao and Mr. Broner back in action in the fight capital of the world, and we certainly welcome them. On behalf of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, we want to thank Tom Brown and TGB Promotions, of course Leonard Ellaby of Mayweather Promotions, and Premier Boxing Fighters. I mean, having those 3 and bringing this fight to the fight capital of the world is fantastic. It's going to be a terrific fight, and we have the honor and privilege of regulating that fight. All of these fights are something that we take very seriously. We're prepared, and we look forward to going to work. As always, it's a pleasure doing business with the MGM, Showtime, and last but probably most importantly, the fighters, because without the fighters, none of us would be here. So thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you, Bob. I'm glad we're in good hands with the commission. And now representing About Billions Promotions, please welcome Ravone Littlejohn.
Thank you all for coming. Oh man, thank you all for being here. I just threw down a little bit. First of all, I'd like to thank Leonard. He's pulled me aside several times from the promotions, and he's told me, the severity of things and how to conduct things in on the pay-per-view level, which is what we're on right now. So I really want to thank Leonard. He's been great throughout this whole promotion. I'd like to thank Mr. Heyman, who's done a lot for our company, and me as well. As far as the fight, Adrien trained really hard. I'd like to thank Coach Kevin Cunningham and Mike Stafford. They really put together a great game plan. He'll be ready. There's been a lot of talk from them, talking about knockouts and all. You'll get knocked out.
That's
right.
That's
You've been
right.
knocked out. So we're not trying to hear none of that. This is our first time here, and we've liked it. We've enjoyed it. The guys you see over here. Over the last 10 years, 15 years, we put a lot into this. We are a true brotherhood, and we pulling for our guy, 100%. Cincinnati, stand up. I'd like to acknowledge the other champs we got. My man Robert Easton Jr. I don't know where he at, but gotta give a shout out to him. We have two of our fighters fighting. There he is over there in the corner. Destiny Butler and Desmond Jarman, they'll be fighting on Saturday night also. We plan to be victorious and leave out Saturday night world champions. Thank you all.
Before we hear from Team Pacquiao's promotional team, noticeably absent here is TGB Promotions. They have gracefully succeeded their time to others to make our press conference a little more brief, but certainly they deserve recognition as some of the other promoters have done. Tom Brown, President of TGB Promotions, Brittany Goosen Brown, Vice President of TGB Promotions, thank you so much for your tireless efforts to make this event possible. Now please welcome the head of MP Promotions, Joe Ramos.
Thank you, Jimmy. On behalf of Senator Manny Pacquiao's MP Promotions, I would like to thank all of you for coming here today. We are honored, humbled, and proud to be a part of this amazing event. It has been a pleasure to work with our partners, the unrivaled Al Heyman of the PBC, TGB Promotions, and Mayweather Promotions, and of course, About Billions Promotions. This will be Manny's 20th fight in Las Vegas, and this is the best we've been treated, not only during our stay here, but throughout the entire promotions. I would like to acknowledge our team, led by Sean Gibbons and Tom Foggy, Manny's trainers, Buboy, Freddie, Justin, and Nonoy, Manny's assistants, David, Stephen Choi, our security, PR, the LA boys, and the rest of Team Pacquiao that makes all of our lives easier. Thank you. We all know that Adrien's ready, and we expect nothing but the best from him and his team come Saturday night. Good luck, Team Broner. The MGM Grand, our gracious host for the spectacular event, is known for its love of lions. In fact, the very first thing you see when entering this resort is Leo the Lion. On Saturday night, Senator Manny Pacquiao, with his heart of a lion, boxing's only 8-division world champion, the reigning, defending WBA champion of the world, will prove once again that he is the king of the jungle.
Yeah! 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 Let's go, Batman!
Don't miss this event. Go buy your tickets or order the fight on Showtime pay-per-view. Thank you.
You're the man!
Thank you, Joe. You're very popular here this afternoon. I'd like to take a moment to talk about the quality of the entire pay-per-view event. This pay-per-view event truly exudes competitive action, and absolutely no one can complain about mismatches in this night of boxing. Listen to this. Every fighter on the card is ranked in the top 10. 4 of the fighters are either defending champions or ranked number 1 in their division. Now, the challengers or opponent's corner in the red corner actually have a better combined winning record than the champion's corner, and in fact have a higher knockout percentage than the champion's corner as well. That's 73% to 55%. So congratulations to the promoters, to the matchmakers, to the fighters for risking their records and putting up this quality night of boxing. We all win with that. Now let's meet the trainers of the principals of the fight in the main event tomorrow. First, I would like to introduce on behalf of Adrien Broner's team, Team Adrien Broner. First of all, we want to recognize Mike Stafford, who is the co-trainer in attendance, along with Justin Fortune. Excuse me, that's going to be Mike Stafford, who is here, who is working with Kevin Cunningham. And at this time, we invite Kevin Cunningham to the microphone, a trainer of world champions, co-trainer of Adrien Broner. Once again, Kevin Cunningham.
Thanks, Jimmy. First of all, we got 2 trainers. We got 2 trainers on this side, so it ain't no one.
That's what it takes.
Basically, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. We've had a tremendous training camp. AB's ready to go. I mean, most of you know me. You know, all I have in this world is my word and my balls, and I don't break them for nobody. And I'm giving you my word that AB will put on a spectacular performance on Saturday night. And I'm guaranteeing that he will send Manny back to the Senate. Without the WBA title. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Pac-Man. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Thanks. I'd like to thank the media for coming out. I'd like to thank all the promoters, Showtime, Al Heyman for putting this great fight, and Freddie. I'd like to thank you guys. Adrien came to me. Let's get back to the fight. Adrien came to me when he was 55 pounds, 7 years old in my gym. He was an underdog then, and he came back every day, because I had tremendous fighters at that particular time, and I always have tremendous fighters. But Adrien, he went all the way up to the rope. He said, "Why are you fucking with this kid? He's an asshole. He's bad." I say, "I see something in him." And I've been with Adrien since he was 7 years old. Now he's 29 years old. And I'm gonna tell you a little story too about Adrien and involving Freddie too. Me and Freddie was getting ready to be on the Olympic team, which that fell through. They did a special with Freddie and me and Rashid and a couple of other Olympians. And Adrien so happened to be, I took him everywhere. I always take him everywhere, because that's how it be, had to keep him out of trouble. So he was by my side. So we at the Wild Card gym, and we did everything we had to do. So we had to interview me and Freddie. Freddie said, "Who's that son of a bitch outside, Mike?" I said, "That's Adrien Broner." Adrien's, the media was there, and he was, Freddie didn't know him, didn't know him today. But he got to know him. And, come Saturday night, Manny gonna know him too. Thanks a lot.
Mike Stafford and Kevin Cunningham available for questions and answers after we meet the fighters. Now I'd like to introduce members of Team Pacquiao joining us up here at the front stage. First of all, we want to recognize Sean Gibbons, Tom Falgi, and Justin Fortune. I inadvertently almost introduced Justin on the other team, but of course he's the strength and conditioning coach for Manny Pacquiao. Also want to recognize renowned boxing trainer, the trainer of Manny Pacquiao for so many years, 7-time Trainer of the Year, Freddie Roach.
Yeah. Let's go, Freddie!
And now we invite to the microphone a longtime trainer of Manny Pacquiao, a fixture of the Pacquiao camps. Please welcome Buboy Fernandez.
Good morning, everyone. Can you give me a minute, please?
Yeah.
He got 2. I want the 2. We need 3. Coach, you stay my side, coach, please.
Come on, Justin.
Coach Justin.
Come on, let's go.
Retraining. There you go.
We got 2, we got 3.
First of all, I would like to thank all the media for this opportunity, for this fight, and promotion. I know we work hard for this. Only one word I said. I cannot fly without wings, but I cannot bring the belt back to the Philippines. Thank you.
You're the man, boys!
Yes, sir.
Just we've trained really hard for this fight, man. He's looking really good. He's in great shape. I'm sure Adrien is also, and they're both great fighters. I wish both luck, and the best man will win. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much to Team Pacquiao. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to meet our fighters and allow them to share a couple of words with you at this time. First, we present a challenger from Cincinnati, the number 6 ranked welterweight contender in the world. He has the numbers. He's fought 10 world champions coming this Saturday night. This will be his 10th world title appearance. He's a 4-division world champion. He also has the adjectives. He's colorful, he's unpredictable, he's entertaining. No one can doubt he is immensely talented. Regardless of which number you use, regardless of which adjective you use, he is one of boxing's biggest draws. Please welcome boxing's youngest ever 4-division world champion, Adrien "The Problem" Broner.
What's up?
Hey.
What's
good,
job?
Shit,
first
of all, I gotta thank God.
You know,
I wouldn't be nothing without, His blessings of me being here. I want to thank Al Heyman and my team, About Billions, along with Mayweather Promotions, I really ain't up here to talk a lot of shit, man. I put in the work. It's fight time. I'm pissed off for real. Coming here and do this press conference in his little ass room. When I went to Mayweather fight and Pacquiao fight, they was in that big ass place and there was mass people around. They just let the media in here, I guess. They ain't spend no money on our shit, like our fight ain't nothing. But I see what they trying to say. But they ain't gonna do this shit no more after I win. I swear to God, and that's on God and them. And y'all know, I don't know who NM is, but it's on God and them. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like y'all trying to play me for real. I don't like that shit because y'all keep on saying, well, he gonna fight Floyd again. Well, to my recognition, Floyd is fucking retired, man. Floyd just fucking fought 60 seconds and got 9 million, and I'm trying to fight Tom Brady after I beat Pacquiao, so I don't want y'all to have nothing to say about this shit. Cause there's some shit going on, and I just feel like y'all just, trying to throw me in there to the wolves. Cause like, let's just think about it. Look at my last 5 fights, right? I fought world champion after world champion after world champion after world champion. And you lost. And then these other motherfuckers, they like, all right, he the world champion, but he gonna go in there and fight his assistant. I'm like, man, I just seen these 2 motherfuckers together yesterday. Now they fighting on Saturday? This shit ain't right, man, but it's cool. I don't duck no fights. I don't give a fuck. I don't care that he's an 8-time world champion in all them weight classes and shit. I don't care about none of that. All I worry about is, long as my money right, we can have a nice fight. I told Bob Arum that, but he only wanted to give me like $2 million, but I said, fuck him. So this time, this time they talking a lot better than them numbers, right? So we gonna have a hell of a fight. I trained my ass off, and I just want y'all to know though, I play a lot, but when that bell ring though, I'm gonna be ready, and I ain't coming in to lose. I ain't coming to lay down, man. I'm coming to get this victory for real talk. And that's, man, that's on everything. Real
Put
talk.
him in a can, Pac-Man. Let's get it on. Put you in a can, Pac-Man.
Thank you, Adrien Broner. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah!
his opponent from Sarangani province.
Money! Money! Money!
In his amazing 24-year career, he has appeared in over 25 world championship bouts. He's a legend of the sport. He's an icon of the sport. He's a future Hall of Famer. He is the current defending WBA welterweight champion of the world and boxing's only 8-division world champion. Please welcome Manny.
Go, champ!
Let's go!
Thank you, Jimmy. First of all, I would like to thank God for this privilege today that we have a press conference and give us good health and strength. Of course, I would like to thank MGM Grand Hotel for accommodating this memorable fight. Thank you to TGB Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, MP Promotions, and PBC for giving us this favor and chance for, especially not only me as a fighter, but to all my fighters that I have in the Philippines to have a fight here in America. Thank you for this great opportunity for them. And to Al Heyman, thank you so much. And media, press, to all the fans all over the world for a warm welcome. I never expect that the crowd yesterday and our grand arrival is that too many. The overwhelming support of the fans, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And of course, Showtime for covering this fight. Team Broner, Team Pacquiao. We know that we're waiting for this moment this coming Saturday. And this is we work hard, both sides. Broner's team work hard, Pacquiao's team work hard, and what we are trying to do here is not nothing personal, nothing personal outside the ring. We'll always be friendly. We always be friend. If you want to be friend with us, I mean, but this coming Saturday, like I said, we work hard. We should give our best to the fans to make the fans satisfied who are going to watch this fight. And of course, thank you so much to all the fans who are always there to support boxing, especially this coming Saturday. Tune in on Saturday. It's going to be a good fight. We did our best, and also thank you so much for accommodating this to all the organizers. I know to promote a boxing match like this is not easy to manage. I experienced that, I experienced that in my last fight. It's not easy to work on this kind of event. I mean, especially this big event. So I really appreciate it. And of course, nothing personal. We're doing our job, and everybody's. We want to make sure, me and Broner, we want to make sure that the fans on Saturday will be happy. And before I end my speech, my message, so thankful to God for this privilege and His favor that at age of 40 I'm still here and keep on fighting. That's the evidence of. If you ask me, if you think of my position, I don't need to continue with boxing, but because of my passion of this sport, I'm still here, giving happiness, entertain people, and also giving my best in this sport. So thank you so much. And before I end, I will give you a passage of scriptures in the Bible. That it says in Jeremiah 9 verse 23 and 24, it says, this is what the Lord says: let not the wise boast about their wisdom, or the strong boast about their strength, or the rich boast about their riches, but let the one who boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me, that I am the Lord who exercises kindness justice and righteousness on earth. For in this I delight, declares the Lord. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Amen! Best fighter on the planet!
Thank you, Manny. And at this time, my pleasure to pass the microphone on to a gentleman to conduct a question and answer session. Boxing Hall of Fame analyst for Showtime Sports, the respected voice of boxing, Al Bernstein.
Whoa.
Thank you very, very much. It falls to me to start the ball rolling. I know many of you have had already done some interviews and you're going to do more as you go, but for those people watching on our streaming, a chance to ask some questions about these fighters, and I'm delighted and honored to be able to do that. Let me start with Manny Pacquiao. Manny, you are fighting back here at in the United States and here at the MGM Grand Garden, where you fought 13 times before. How does it feel to be back here in the United States and at this arena?
I feel excited. I feel excited to be back here in this arena at the MGM, because this is a memorable place for me, because my first fight here in America is at MGM. That was 2001, June 23, 2001.
Now, in your last two fights, you've talked about how you've made some changes in terms of how you train, kind of acknowledging the fact that you're 40 and that you have to kind of do some different things. How has that helped you, and what have you done?
Okay, we study properly and study my body condition, and then I learned that when you get this age of 40, when you push yourself in heavy training in a day, you should balance your body, and you should watch your body to have recovery and overnight. If not, then let your body rest, and then after that, then push again to a heavy training.
Did you want that, or did you feel like, no, because you're a guy that's known for your aggressiveness and for your dedication. Was it hard for you to kind of convince yourself to do that?
I don't like that process, but I understand my body, because not only my mind, but also I have to rely on my body condition. That's the advice of the coaches, Freddie, Boboy, Justin. We always, although in everyday training, we always negotiating about how many rounds, and then keep more, and then they're always trying to stop me every training camp.
All right. Now, much has been made up here on the dais about the fact that you have suggested to your trainer, Freddie Roach, and even in some comments, that you feel like a knockout is possible in this fight. You went 9 years without a knockout, then you knocked out Lucas Matisse. What is it that's making you feel that now? What is it that's making you actually make a statement to Freddie Roach and talk about that?
Like I said, Broner, he's well prepared for this fight, and Steve Pacquiao will prepare for this. Will prepare for this fight. We'll do our best. I mean, if the knockout comes, then that's the bonus. I mean, we'll grab that opportunity. Same both of us. I mean, what we're gonna do, what we're trying to do here is to as long as the people will happy and the fans who are going to watch on Saturday night will be happy. Coming out of that stadium.
Did that last stoppage, the knockout you got after a while, did that rejuvenate you to the idea of getting knockouts? Did that give you a little extra pizzazz to do that?
Well, we perfectly adjust, like I said, in our training process, training camp, that we give time our body recovery in training, during training. And it worked in the last fight. So that's what we did. We did this training camp, and we give our best.
All right, we'll see how it goes. Well, we'll turn to Adrien Broner, who, Adrien, you mentioned to some of the press that you see this fight as turning the page, and a win would mean so much to you. Explain a little bit on how it is turning the page for you.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I don't fuck with you, bro. I don't fuck with you. You be talking too much shit about me on Twitter, bro. And I'm gonna let you know. Yeah, you bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna let you know. And I'm just being real, bro. Like, I just already feel like you against me. So
I'm not against anybody, but this isn't about me, it's about you.
I'd rather Roy Jones or Stephen A. Smith ask me some questions. I don't fuck with you.
Okay, that's fine. So Adrien Broner's not going to answer any more questions. I think I'll take that as a no, and we'll let you ask him all the questions in the future. But now it's time for the fighters to face. Well, let me ask before we get to that. I will go to some of to your trainer, Kevin Cunningham. Kevin, you talked about the
gang. If I don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
Well, I think it's their choice, isn't it?
Man, gang. You know what that means? Gang. Take the L out of love. It's over, bro.
Well, Kevin, what do you say to all this? He's done. All right. It's not about me. It's about the fighters. So what do you say we have them do a face-off for you? And it's time for the face-off between the two fighters. Let's get that going, and that'll end the festivities.
Fred, come on. You need the charger? No, I want you to keep it on this. Let's go. Let's go to the front. Come on.
That's why.
Come to the front. You know
not all the time.
Yeah, fine.
Manny Pacquiao. Let's get the two fighters by themselves first. You guys, the two fighters by themselves first.
Oh my. Yard sale.
All right, hang on one sec. Hang on. We need to move this.
We'll get it. All right, how do you want them, Kelly?
All right, you guys, I want you to
Just
look
the
out to
fighters?
the TV cameras first, please. Out to the TV cameras first.
Okay, look up and then look down, please. What camera? All of them with the red
straight out
lights.
back. Just straight out back. Straight out back.
Let's go, Manny.
All right, down in front for me right here, please. Right here. Right here.
He dripping.
Second row. Up top there a little bit. Second row. Okay. Hold your hands up. You guys got them?
How are we doing up there? Good?
Get down a little for me, please. Okay, over here to the left, please. To the left, right over here. Over here. Down. Thank you. And over here to the right for me, please.
Dripping.
Okay, we get a face off, please. Face off.
E.
Face off.
Oh,
there we go. No laughing. Okay, now with the promoter, step in, please. One quick shot with everybody. Okay, everybody out to the TV cameras first, all the way in the back,
Look
please.
up where the TV lights are, please. You're not float, my friend.
And down in front here to the TV, to the photo. Down here, you guys.
Joe knows where to go.
Second row.
We like you.
I like you too.
Everybody to the left, please. To the left.
I got a cat for you for dinner.
Oh,
And to the right, please. To the right. To the right, please. One more in the center, please. One more in the center, please.
You got a cat for dinner.
Good, everybody good? Thank you. Thank you.
Dripping.
Adrien, stay up on the stage.
I got you some sauteed German Shepherd in the back.
And the chair.
On God.
Print media.
On God.
Woo, go, Batman!
Over there a little bit.
Go, Batman!
It's ready.
They already left.
I'm over pa yan.
Look at him. Dripping. He dripping over there.
Where's Freddie? Is Freddie in there?
Freddie left. Freddie left.
Oh,
God.
thank you.
Thank you.
Adrian, right here, please.
Right here, David.
I'm gonna connect my face. Thanks, big dog. He's gonna do video. Yeah, but hold on for now. Hey, you don't hold me one?
No, because I hold it like this. When he goes in the car and stuff.
Because I'll leave it on those. Chapito.
Brendan.
Here.
But I still got it.
What? No. I said no. He said no.
TV and video over here.
Set towards an hour.
Yeah.
Let's go, David.
If you're a TV and you want Adrian, come over here, please. Hi, Manny. Thank you. We're both still around. Sorry, John.
Life in motion.
Shining.
Where's the...
Oh, he's all kind of light.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Shoot time.
I'm Showtime. I'm with you. I'll give it to the audio guy.
Take it over this, huh?
Yes, thank you very much for wearing it. Perfect. Thank you, Manny.
Hey, at least we got a nice Don't rain. Get a picture. Can you take a picture? Sure.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Oh, Joe.
Tayo.
Okay. Alright, wait. That's the press conference. We just finish it. Thank you for following us, watching. Thank you for watching, guys. We're going now to the gym for workout, and I might we might get gonna live again after in a few minutes. In 30 minutes, we're going to live again for my workout. I think this is our last day workout for before Saturday. So thank you guys for watching, and after 30 minutes we'll be right back. Thank you.
Still finished.